Let's hop on our time machine and visit ancient India. Here, the practice of marriage was highly sacred and was seen as a bond not just between two individuals, but two families. Unlike our Western counterparts, Indians were less into the whole dating scene. Instead, they had something called arranged marriages, where your parents or grandparents played the role of Cupid. Matchmaking was a community effort. Today, we're going to embark on a journey that spans centuries, a journey that explores love, unity, tradition, and yes, a fair bit of drama. Welcome to the fascinating story of Indian marriages. We request you to please like, comment and subscribe to our channel, if not yet. Let's begin Indian marriage tradition zero-wise. In the Vedic period, marriage was seen as a duty and a means for procreation. The ceremony was a grand affair involving rituals like Kanyadan, Panigrahan, and Saptapadi. Each ritual had a profound meaning, like the Saptapadi, which involved taking 7 rounds around the holy fire, each round signifying a vow for a harmonious and prosperous life. The bride's attire was an essential part of the preparations. She would wear a sari, often hand-woven by the women in the family, adorned with gold and gemstone jewelry. The henna ceremony, or Mehendi, was a special event where the bride's hands and feet were adorned with beautiful, intricate designs using henna paste. But these weddings were not just about rituals. They were grand celebrations, a time for families and communities to come together. Preparations for the wedding started months in advance. The bride's family would begin by sending out verbal invitations to relatives, friends, and neighbors, personally visiting their homes. Now, let's zoom forward to the Mughal era. Love and romance were immortalized during this time, with stories like that of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. Their love was so profound that it gave us the eternal symbol of love, the Taj Mahal. The royal weddings during this period were not just a personal affair, but a spectacle of political alliance and display of wealth and power. Often, these weddings were ways to form alliances between powerful kingdoms, cementing ties and maintaining peace. The venues were typically magnificent Mughal palaces and forts, decorated with thousands of lamps, luxurious carpets, and fragrant flowers. The air would be filled with the sweet aroma of incense and the glittering sight of gemstones and gold. Food? It was nothing short of a royal feast. Mughal cuisine was famous for its rich and aromatic dishes. The royal chefs would prepare an array of mouth-watering delicacies, from succulent kebabs and biryanis to a variety of sweet dishes like Shahi Tukra and Firni. Every dish was a testament to the culinary prowess of the Mughals. When it came to attire, the bride and the groom were dressed in clothes woven with gold and silver threads, studded with precious gemstones. Extravagant jewelry was an essential part of the bridal attire, displaying the wealth and status of the family. The wedding ceremony was conducted according to Islamic traditions. The nikah ceremony was officiated by a Maulwi, Islamic priest, with the bride and groom agreeing to the marriage terms and signing the nikahnama, or marriage contract. The celebrations were filled with traditional music and dance performances. The court musicians would play the sitar, tabla, and harmonium, and the courtesans would perform the Kathak dance, an art form that thrived during the Mughal period. As we cruise into the British colonial era, we see Western influences creeping in, particularly among the urban classes. Love letters were exchanged, and courtships became a bit more common. But at its heart, the sanctity of marriage and the involvement of families remained unchanged. The wedding rituals during this time were a unique amalgamation of traditional Indian customs and Victorian influences, particularly among the Anglo-Indian community. Many weddings were conducted in beautiful churches with grand architecture. The bride, in a flowing white gown, and the groom, in a smart suit, would exchange vows under the watchful eyes of a priest. The ceremony was a blend of Western and Indian rituals. The exchange of rings, a practice brought by the British, was incorporated into Indian wedding rituals. This was followed by the traditional Indian customs, like the Saptapada or the 7 vows. The wedding feast was a medley of East meets West. Traditional Indian dishes were served alongside British favorites. Imagine a feast where spicy biryani and succulent tandoori kebabs shared the table with roast beef and Yorkshire pudding. Music and dance were integral to these celebrations too, with traditional Indian folk dances performed alongside ballroom dances like waltz and foxtrot. The fusion of cultures was evident in every aspect of these colonial-era weddings. So, the British colonial era was a time of fusion and adaptation, where the traditional Indian wedding rituals intertwined with Western customs, creating a unique cultural blend that is still evident in some Indian weddings today. Fast forward to modern times, Indian marriages are a beautiful blend of tradition and modernity. The rituals and traditions continue to hold importance, but love marriages have gained acceptance alongside arranged ones. And of course, the grandeur. Indian weddings are a spectacle to behold, with vibrant colors, feasting, dancing, and celebrations that can last for days. But as grand as it might be, Indian weddings, just like anywhere else, still come with their share of drama. From aunties who can't stop gushing about their NRI son, to the food critics who seem to attend weddings purely for the free buffet, and the age-old negotiation of dowry, which thankfully, is becoming less prevalent. And yet, despite all the chaos, there's an unspoken beauty in all of it. At the end of the day, an Indian wedding isn't just about two individuals coming together, it's about two families becoming one, a celebration of love and unity. Let's deep dive into more facts and evolving marriage concepts. By the late 19th century, the game was changed with the advent of photography. Gone were the days of waiting for the artist to finish his portrait. Now, moments could be captured in a flash. Love letters replaced verbal courtship, and printed wedding invitations started making their way into the traditions. Now, we're in the present day where weddings are lavish spectacles. Invitations? They've become an art form in themselves, ranging from traditional cards to unique digital invites, and sometimes even pre-wedding photo and video shoots. Matchmaking has also moved online, with matrimonial websites playing the role of the modern matchmaker. And to document these magical moments, we now have skilled wedding photographers and cinematographers who ensure every wedding looks like a Bollywood blockbuster. So, dear viewers, whether you've attended an Indian wedding, plan to, or simply enjoy watching the vibrant videos online, remember, every ceremony, every ritual, and every dance move is part of a rich tradition passed down through generations. And no matter what changes may come, the essence of Indian marriages, unity, commitment, and love, will always remain. And there you have it, our journey through the fascinating evolution of Indian marriages. From the sacred rituals of the Vedic era to the tech-savvy, cinematic celebrations of today. If you enjoyed this trip, don't forget to hit the like button, share this journey with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more such engaging content. Until next time, Namaste.